Hi, welcome to Orlando Obsession. This is our top 6 tips for first-time Orlandoers. And that's actually tips for everyone.
Yeah, and that's the official term. You are an Orlandoer.
Orlandoer. Vacationer.
Yes.
So let's just jump straight into it.
Yes, I would say the first thing you've got to do, and it's kind of good for the build-up, download all your apps. So you want the My Disney Experience app. We put them actually down below, all the ones we think you should have.
We will.
My Disney Experience, Universal apps.
Universal Lift apps.
The Lift app.
Anything that you need to travel.
The Wi-Fi
Airport apps,
isn't great once you get there. So download them now. Have a little look around, have a little play. The Disney app is...
Get used to being able to quickly find the queue times.
Yes.
Book your fast passes if you've got tickets that allow you to do that. Get used to the app and register everyone. Get your parties and groups set up before you get there.
I've got a little folder on the front screen of my phone.
And mine's called Travel.
I put all my Disney apps, all my Universal apps, everything in there together so you know where they are straight away.
And if you don't know what those apps are, they are lifesavers. You're in the park, you're like, what's a nice quiet ride? Bang, straight on. Or you can book your fast passes. You can even book food and stuff now and go and pick it up. So there's so much you can do on those apps now. Number 2, plan. Plan. Even if you have a day where you're not planning to do anything, plan that day. Time goes fast. In those holidays, you get there for the first couple of days, think 2 weeks, it's eternity. Suddenly you're flying home and you haven't done half the things you wanted to do. Plan.
I've been going now for 20 odd years and there are still things. Like this time, we've just come back.
Yeah. Still
thinking, I really want to eat here. I still, to this day, haven't ridden Frozen Ever After.
Right? There's so much stuff.
And I've been 3 times.
Yeah, since it opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost did it this year.
We got in the queue this time, but
and then
it jumped up from like 20 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
so we were like, well, we're done.
Yeah, we'll be back later.
And we never got back.
And also, honestly, planning is a huge amount of the fun.
Yes.
Get everyone together. Absolutely everyone needs to throw into the hat their must-dos. So plan your days around your must-do attractions. Yeah. Nail them.
You know, because we've been extra magic hours, 11 p.m. till 1 a.m. in Magic Kingdom. We were the only people there. Don't forget it's a vacation though.
This is true.
And it's really important that you have a day off. Because you will burn out.
You do.
You will burn out. And when we say a day off, shopping is not a day off.
No. Next step.
Yes. Go.
I just did.
I'll go. Cheaper is not always the best value.
Fact.
So from watching the channel, you'll know that we do like to live a little bit of a high life.
We're a bit VIP.
Yes.
A bit snobby.
But there are still some restaurants that I eat in that are, I ate in the Golden Corral this time. Do you know what I mean? I'm not precious, that precious.
This is the thing, okay? I see a lot of people going on a shoestring. And I'm not saying you have to go 5-star and you have to go upper class and do all that. That's lovely if you can afford it. Don't get me wrong, you'll have a great time. But I mean, this year I stayed at technically a moderate level hotel. And it was wonderful.
Yeah, and it was a good neighbour hotel.
It was beautiful. I had all the perks of Disney, and my normal hotel I couldn't get in. And but I was really concerned if I was going to. I loved it there. Bang for your buck. It was such good value for money. In fact, better value than any of the deluxe resorts I stayed at in Disney.
But it just goes to show that the luxury hotels are not always the best place to stay either. Yeah. Just because it's more money, it doesn't make it better.
Don't get me wrong, the luxury resorts are lovely, but they're not as good as the moderates are better than the cheap resorts. The cheap resorts aren't good, especially, here's the other thing, okay, about cheap. A lot of the cheap resorts are an hour or 2 away from your first ride. I cannot stress enough how little time you have when you get there. Travel takes time. Even if you're staying on International Drive, from getting up to getting on your first ride can take you 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. By the time you get dressed, you get ready, you get out to the hotel, it's about 45 minutes to get down to the parking, then you got to get into the rides, you get into a queue. It takes a long time. If you're staying on property, either close to Universal or close to Disney, it saves you so much time. Time is the thing you do not have. So, our next tip actually is pack for comfort. I see people taking like loads of heels and loads of cool stuff. You never get to wear them. And the number of times I've just 1 or 2 nice tops for when you eat out in the evening. Everything else, you want trainers, you want shorts, you want comfy t-shirts, you want stuff you can get wet. Pack for comfort.
Quick dry clothes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Synthetics, your friend here. So yeah, sportswear and holiday wear is actually really practical on holiday. So
yeah, and the other thing I will say, you're going to be wearing suntan lotion.
Yeah, it'll get me.
Don't wear, I don't know, a £200 top, £150 top.
Nobody's looking.
No.
If they are, they're doing
You're
it
not
wrong.
going to see these people again. So I know you're going to have photos, but I've got a top that I wore, and this comes from experience, ruined it, suntan lotion on it, faded it in a certain part, wrecked it.
Honestly,
I can't wear it now.
This year I switched to, I used to take nice like strappy tops and things. This year I've started using the theme park merchandise to wear on holiday. Perfect place to wear these things.
The next tip I would say, work out a daily budget. So what I normally always do, for every person that's going, we normally say $100 each per day. There are some days you won't spend that. There are some days you will spend double.
True.
Go on.
Yeah, take a budget as a minimum and more if you can. Take that in dollars and use that as your daily dividend, how much you're spending. Have your credit cards as a backup. I've come back with so much credit card debt so many times when I'm on holidays, like, oh, I'll pay that off. It's usually because of millennia,
Yeah.
but anyway. But go with a budget.
Go with a budget. The problem is if you don't, you will overspend and you'll buy things that you'll never look at again.
No.
Again, that's another video coming up.
It is, yeah, because I've got so much, and I've stopped doing that now because I couldn't pack my bags to come home so many times. Of tat. Final tip, free is often the most expensive option.
Yes.
Now that sounds bonkers. Here's the thing. When you're there, I know we're seeing a lot less of this in recent years, but you will often see free deals, free tickets if you go and look at this timeshare thing. And here's the problem with that. It takes time. And time is by far the thing that you are most short of in Orlando.
And that's definitely a theme of these tips.
Yes.
Is planning
Bang.
appropriately.
You need to, when you're budgeting, you need to think of how much per hour it's costing you to be there. And this might sound ridiculous, okay? You've got 2 weeks there. Take in your total cost of being there. Say it's cost you for £8,000 for 4 of you to be there, okay? So that gives you your cost per day and your cost per hour. Work out what that cost per hour is. If that free ticket, and I say free, means you give up a day of your $600 a day holiday, suddenly it's much cheaper if you just spend $60 on a ticket to begin with, because you've lost a day at a timeshare presentation for a free $60 ticket.
Yeah.
Free is not always, in fact, frequently the free deals are the worst way you can spend your time on holiday. You are not getting good value for money because you've spent thousands to get there in the first place. Don't be suckered by the time thieves.
What I will say, top tip, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you can get really stressed very easily.
Yeah, I know that we're emphasising plan, military style. But when you get there, you've got your plan. All right, if you don't, just make sure you cancel the reservation, because if you've booked on property and you don't cancel it within 24 hours, it's $10 per person for the reservation. Cancel it. If you think, oh, actually, I'd rather eat here, do it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't be afraid to change your plans, but do plan.
So that's it. That is our top 6 tips for first timers who haven't been before. If you've got any tips, anything you want to add to this list, drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button, give it a good smash. If you didn't like it, well, you know what to do. If you want to see more of our content, hit that subscribe button and hit that alarm bell, and you'll be kept informed of everything we put out. Popping up over there where Kimberley's face is the last video we did, and below that is the one YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the very next show. Bye!